chapter 12. This is our final chapter in our torts section. It's simply called Other Torts. It starts on page 266. All right, so we're going to be discussing what happens. Some of you, many of you, have probably at some point, if not now, been renting an apartment, or rented a house, or rented land, or owned land. We're going to be discussing occupier's liability. We're going to be discussing property uses and the torts that might arise from your ownership of property or your use of actual real property, actual land. We're going to be discussing the notion of what is a nuisance. And no, a nuisance is not actually, having to take this course, contrary to what some of you may believe at this moment. And we're also going to be discussing this idea of trespass, which is an intentional tort that we have not discussed already. Now, this is important, guys. Probably more important than anything else, really, in these tort chapters. Torts involving business operations. We talk, again, about assault and battery, which we touched on in chapter 10. We talk about false imprisonment. We talk about deceit. We talk about business-to-business torts. And there are several listed from page 278 to page 284. Including interference with contractual relations and also this notion of defamation. We're going to be discussing that, and then we're going to be trying to discuss risk management with regard to these types of commercial torts. Just like we saw with Chapter 8, there could very well, with some of these types of business torts, be an overlap between criminal law and civil liability. Thanks. Let's get started.